I wanted to confront myself with people that I really admire and I'm really interested in their work. And I find Nadja, Eva and Harriët very inspiring for my everyday life when I'm working on pictures. These are the kind of artists that if I look at their book, I want to draw and I want to paint. And talking to these girls, these women who are older than me and been doing more stuff than me, it's fascinating to see that it's a kind of same process and talking and thinking and saying, yes, but I don't agree with this, but maybe we should do this and then maybe we should do that. Tough sometimes, but it's very warming also. I mean, it's about sharing. And I think we're being incredibly good at sharing. So I wanted that we really have an exhibition about full person, just as human beings, because we're a woman or a man. It's just, we have a way of doing things and it just had to be granted that way. You know, it's like cooking, you have salt and sugar and pepper. And I think kids would love seeing nightmare and strange characters and difficult things. I mean, talk to children who are 8 or 9. I mean, it's amazing how sometimes adults just don't have any idea what they are thinking about, what they're talking to each other.
Ja, min ingång är väl den helt enkelt att jag alltid har jobbat med bilder. Så det finns ingen möjlighet för mig att göra något annat, tror jag. Det är det jag har gjort sedan jag var liten och sen har det rullat på något vis. Det har blivit som... Ja, det är mitt... Det blev mitt yrke. Jag kan inte tänka mig att göra något annat. Och ja, så är det. Det är min ursprungsanledning. Att jag uttryckte mig med bild ända sedan barndomen. När jag hade gått ut konstfack, då började jag rita serier. Så det var så jag hamnade i bilderböckerna. Att jag kombinerade text och bild. Och sen så liksom halkade jag in i bilderboksvärlden. Och sen släppte jag helt taget om serier. Därför att jag tyckte att det var roligare att göra stora bilder i färg än små svartvita. Jag tyckte att det blev för rutigt för min smak. Jag ville att det inte skulle bli så rutigt. Jag ville att det skulle kunna bli mer som en målning med en text till på något vis. Så tänkte jag nog. Eller jag tänkte nog inte, men jag gjorde så i alla fall. Jag tycker själv om sådana berättelser där det är ett stort tomrum på ett sätt. Att det är intressantare när jag kan lägga in, när jag är jättemedskapande som läsare. Jag vill inte att det ska bli torftigt. Jag vill att det ska bli uppladdat, att texten ska bli laddad. Och även bilden, fast kanske på olika sätt då, att de har olika laddning. Jag vill att det ska vara litet, att det ska vara lite text men intensivt. Och sen vill jag att bilden också ska ha, inte tomrum, men liksom vara öppen för idéer från den som tittar. Att man ska kunna få egna idéer utifrån att titta på det. Så tänker jag. Men jag är ju ganska intresserad av skog också. Jag går ju i skogen varje helg i princip. Så att skogen är verkligen, det känns som min grej. Så därför var det kul att göra när vi är vänner då, som utspelar sig i skogen. För jag tror aldrig jag har gjort någon sån tydlig skogsbok förut. Men det har nog sitt ursprung i mina skogspromenader, kan jag tänka. Att man upplever skogen som skikt på skikt på skikt på skikt och att det aldrig tar slut på något vis.
Well, in fact, I'm not really, I think, a picture book maker. I'm not at all an illustrator, because I'm only making a book because I have to make a book. It's about every 4 or 5 years there's coming a book. So I'm not really a picture book maker who makes stories about all things around them, or I'm a little bit ashamed to say it, but I'm the I person. It's always me in a way. If I'm Henkel Mannetje, I am Lena, I am Bokje. So when I had this commission from the museum in The Hague to make a book about Egon Schiele, and I found that very difficult because this was not about, I couldn't be in it. So I found that very, very difficult. Yes, I have a very strong feeling for letters. It's like letters are a kind of beings, more than just a letter. And text is very important part. It plays an important role. It's never alone. A drawing is never alone. It comes together. And it's a kind of playing with words and images. But also the letter on its own. It's like a personage, like a character.
It's when I start a story, it's always a picture first, because there's something that starts to talk. There's something that needs to be told, and then I will start writing, and then drawing, and then writing, and then drawing, and then writing, and I love what's between the text and the drawing, and what happens in between. And there's this also notion of time. If you turn the page, there's a form of time passing by. You don't know if it's a second or even years. It's such a, in total, when you think about a book. I really like when I start working that I just don't know where I'm going. It's just like a big puzzle. I'm totally not aware of the end of the puzzle. And I trust this energy coming in. And suddenly the puzzle is there, and then you realize that there's something that is beyond you and you are not aware of it, something bigger. And I love that aspect. I hope that when people read or look at the pictures that they forget where they are, and I like this moment when you don't know, you don't have any notion of time. For me that's very precious. I think we need those moments where we're not there but totally there, and then you come back and something is a bit different. I like that. I love stories. And I love the power of stories. I think this is humanity, how the world is being shaped by stories. I think there's only stories around, even if it's science or even if it's mathematics, even if it's religion or nature. It's everything, if you look everywhere, is a story. So that's what I'm very interested in.
When I was very young, like a baby, I was in an atmosphere of art, and because my mother was a painter, and she let us children do painting and drawing all day long. So and look at the art books and copy all the masters and so on. So it was completely natural for all the children to draw and to paint and to make books and you know. So when I grew up, about 16, I decided to make it as a job. I mean, I wanted to to be a painter or drawer. After that, I began to make children books, but I always continued to paint and to make free things for me, and that's the way. I think that every story has her own way to be illustrated, and for my big books like Chien Bleu or The Creators, it's more deep, I think, as story. So I use painting, gouache, and very dark and so on, but to make something more light and more humorous. No, humorous? Humoristic. I use a way more light with pencil and watercolor. It's a different spirit, I think.
More like your dark places in the wood with this champignons.
Det kan jag säga att jag var lite nervös för innan, men att jag vet inte, jag tycker det här som har varit på ett roligt läger ungefär. Jag tycker det har varit verkligen kul alltså, och jag har inte känt mig anspänd på något vis inför samarbetet, så som jag kanske trodde att jag skulle göra, eftersom jag inte är van vid det. Men jag tycker att, jag vet inte, jag tycker det är jättekul. Och jag kände jättemycket att jag ville jobba jättemycket när jag kom hem, att jag fick en kick av det. Det gjorde jag verkligen. Så för mig har det varit ett hälsohem, kan jag säga, bildmässigt.
I haven't met Eva, and this was, for one reason that I liked it very much, because I really like her work, I like her as a person, and the others, this combination is very special. The surrounding, of course. I love to do it. I really enjoyed it. Because it asks something of you that you don't do normally. So you're also tested in a way. So, am I good enough? Can I do it? Can I do it? But yes, it worked. I would have liked it to be a little bit more extreme, maybe.
At first, for this project, drawing together, it was really shocking for me, because I'm really when I work, I'm like in secret, you know, in my home and with my ideas and so on. I don't speak about what I'm doing to anybody, and it was quite, you know, funny, strange for me to do that, and I didn't recognize myself. Where I didn't know how to draw. I mean, like I had never drew before, you know. And but now when we came back, and I could think a little of it and know the country a little and so on, and I feel very comfortable and joyful to do that. And it's very interesting, and it doesn't bother me at all. I mean, it's really nice to do that. It's very, somebody makes something and I continue with other, and it's like it's normal, you know, very funny.
My idea is that we had an exhibition and we showed the pictures that we really liked and we want to show. And on the other aspect, to be able to paint in a room and to not to think that this is a pretty picture or a pretty thing, even if we do disturbing thing, or even if it's going to disappear. It's a moment, and I think we will never forget this moment.